Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everyone's having a great weekend. I beat Amius a while ago for rotation 3 and I'm going to show you the team that I used to beat him and basically the tactics that I used and why I used those skills at those specific times. So if you have these champions or champions, if some of these champions fit in the team that you're using against Amius, then this video might be helpful to you, might give you some ideas. I beat Amius on rotation 2 with 4 epic champions. This time I did have a few more options and some legendaries that can help me out, but honestly guys, I feel like I had more trouble this time than when I used the 4 epics. So, and I'm gonna show you why here in a second. But yeah, basically this is a team. This is we have Elba for block debuffs, we have Helicat for that block damage, and he's our main damage dealer. And then we have Artrax. Sadly, I could not get a blessing on Artrax. I could not get one in the store. Next up, we have Ruella, who's a 6-star awakening champion. She's gonna be the tank and hopefully tank those A1s in the second phase. And then we have this guy Sion, who mostly just here for the heal reduction. He also brings a block buff, so it's not really relevant. I actually think that hurts more than it benefits. But anyway, let me pull up the video and show you how the run went and just go over the run. Alright guys, so here's the video right here, and this is basically the top process. We start with the A1 here. We don't want to use the block debuffs until he's about to use his A3, and he's not going to use it yet. We start with the A2 to mitigate some of the damage. I don't start with the block damage first because I want them more. I want to put Brimstone as soon as possible on the boss. Then we got the middle field from I think Ruella, I think that's her name. Of course you would use your High Awakening champion. If you don't have a High Awakening Ruella, don't bring Ruella, because otherwise she's just gonna be bad for your team. She's not gonna help much. Here I bring her because she's a High Awakening champion, so we're gonna have the boss focus her on the second phase. Next, we're gonna place the burn from Artrax, and now we're just gonna use the A3 from Sion. You want to wait for that heal reduction until after he uses his A3. There's the A2. He does a little bit of damage there. There's Brimstone. That's why I was trying to get Brimstone there as soon as possible. Now we're gonna put the block debuffs and the speed here. Helica is just gonna A1 pretty much, and just Ruella here. I'm just gonna do basic stuff. Here we don't place any decreased attack because he's gonna turn those debuffs into buffs. So we want to be careful with that. And there it is. We block the stun right here. He doesn't have any debuffs that he can transform into buffs, so we're good. Actually, I'm waiting to do my decreased attack and my heal reduction. Actually, mainly the decreased attack, because we want to make sure he has decreased attack on phase 2. So that's why I haven't casted that yet. Now here I am placing the heal reduction, because by the time he comes back before he transforms again, we're gonna have that heal reduction back. So we're gonna prevent him from healing early on. That way we can heal him as fast as possible. Now here I use A1 with Helicat. I speed tune this in a way that Helicat will have his A3 ready right before the boss goes, and I'm gonna show you the speeds later. Of course, we don't place any buffs because he's gonna transform and make all those buffs into debuffs, so we don't want to have increased speed, or we'll have decreased speed after that. Here we do middle field with Ruella, and this is that's where I kind of like speed tune it in a way. Here's a decreased attack because he's going to transform, and we don't want to take a big hit next turn. Next up we have Sion just doing A1, and here we have the block damage, and just in time the boss transforms. He puts some debuffs on us, and then he does his attack with the A2. And there's Helicat with the counter attack because of the block damage. He puts Brimstone. That's very nice. Here I don't put a burn here because we don't want to have debuffs, too many debuffs on him when he transforms, because otherwise that might make him do his A3. I'll show you here in a second. I'm gonna put some shield for the damage reduction. Sion just attack. And here we can place the block debuffs and the speed for the team. There he goes focusing on Ruella. He critical twice, So that's a little unlucky, but she managed to survive. Just the A1 with R-Track, Helicat attacking. And we want to place a heal reduction now. And there we go, with just the heal reduction. And we just do an attack. Now guys, something I want to show you here is if we place decrease attack right now, the boss would transform and then make those debuffs, all these debuffs into buffs, and I pretty much lose the game because I don't have a buff stripper. So important that I don't have a burn or decrease attack here with this team, otherwise it's just gonna A3 and then we're gonna lose. So that's very important. Also important is that we have low health on our champions. He'll prioritize his A2 to try to kill my team. If our champions were fully healed, like have good survivability right now, he would use his A3. He's smart, and he would make those debuffs into buffs, and I would lose. That happened to me a lot of times actually. So it took me a while to kind of like make it so my champions would be low enough on health. So he uses his A2. So here I usually use the A1 and then I attack with Elva and then attack with Helicat. And now there we go. He uses his A2. He's trying to kill Elva or one of his champions because he sees that they have low health. That's the only thing I could figure, because when they were at full health he was using his A3 and it was pretty annoying because I would lose on the spot because I don't have a buff stripper here. And as you can see, almost dead here, but we're gonna be okay. There's the nice brimstone hit. So now we basically go back to the initial strategy, and here we have Elva use that so we can block the stun the next turn. Ultra, he can place a burn here, and Helicat is not gonna place the block damage yet. Now we have brimstone there, that's good. We want to land brimstone as much as possible. There's the stuns. Of course he did have weaken, so he got strengthened. That's okay because we're getting most of our hits from brimstone. And the reason this run is kind of slow, guys, is because well, it's at 2 minutes right now, so it's not too bad, but I felt like it was slow at the end. I think he might have healed once. Is that unlike Nisha, who put a lot of debuffs, he was doing a lot of damage on the last rotation. We only have one damage dealer, being Helicat, and most of the damage is coming from brimstone. So yeah, so that's why we don't have a good damage dealer, but that's okay. Yeah, he did a lot of damage there. We did not have increased defense or anything like that, so that was a problem. Didn't place heal reduction there. I could have, but I wanted to make sure I had it for when he transformed again. That's the A1, and we don't want to put any buffs at the moment. We gotta put decrease attack because he's about to transform, and here's our block damage. Just in time. Here we go. He does his A3, his A2. He didn't take a lot of damage thanks to the increased defense, the decreased attack we had on him. Next up, we're gonna meter fill, and then we're gonna go back and place our buffs. Now we can place the heal reduction, time it right. And there's a weaken, we didn't land brimstone yet, and here we're just gonna A1, we're not gonna place any burns here. There's the A1, focusing on Nova just like we want to, and now we're gonna place continuous heal. Just do A1s and attack, wait for the transformation. It looks pretty close right now. Like one of my guys might actually die next up, so we'll see. And there's Elva again with A1. Now did he heal? No, he still had that heal reduction, right? Let's go back and watch that again. He had a 1 turn left heal reduction, but he did not heal, so that's good. He did a lot of damage there, a lot of critical damage. I almost died. But that's okay. We can come back from it. We're gonna put the shield to help us survive. Helicat is very useful in this fight, guys. I gotta tell you that, very useful. That's the A1 again, and I was thinking if I wanted to place a burn here or not. I figure I might as well. He has a brimstone on him, so that's good. He's gonna take some damage next turn. You have the meter fill here, and then we want to place that block debuffs with Alva. So you can see everything's being timed perfectly right now. This run is going great. We block the stun, there's the brimstone damage. Now here I attack with the A1. We can place heal reduction here because he has 2 turns left on his transformation, so I'm glad I did that. Here I should only A1 because we're waiting for another turn to place the A3. And just going through the motions here. Do an attack. There's a big AoE damage. There's Sign attacking. And now we place that decrease attack because he's about to transform. We got it for 3 turns there. And now we're gonna do a little bit of damage here with Ruella. And now we place our block damage. Time it just in time, guys. Everything's being timed just perfectly right now. And this is kind of how the run's gotta go. Like if you want to beat this guy, just everything's being timed perfectly. All the RNG is being great. He didn't one-shot my Ruella. He still hasn't killed Scion, nothing like that. And just as I said that, he killed him. So here I'm wondering what I want to do. I do need Scion. So this is kind of scary because if he uses his A1 on Scion, then I'm gonna lose. But I do need that heal reduction. So I'm kind of like thinking here, do I want to revive him now or later? But yeah, I'm kind of risking it here. But I think Scion does go before the boss goes again, so we might have a chance. Sadly, he can't place the heal reduction yet. And here I use the buff. Here I'm debating whether I want to burn, try to kill him as soon as possible. I think my idea is, there you go, he focuses on Ruella, so that's a good thing. My idea is that we need Helicat to get Brimstone ASAP, and there's that Brimstone, so I'm kind of like very happy to see that. And we have the heal reduction. It's been timed perfectly now. Now it's just a matter of the boss taking a turn and getting Brimstone damage and dying. Here we go again. And there's the A2. He should die here. There we go. And there you go, guys. The team. It took me 6 minutes. This one took 6 minutes, and yeah, it took me a couple of hours to get to this point where I knew what I needed to do. I knew exactly when to put my skills and all of that. It took a long time, and at one point I almost gave up, and I didn't think I was gonna do it. I thought I was just gonna have to come back the next day after work and try it then. And since I used Helicat on my clan boss team, I wasn't gonna be able to do clan boss until I beat the boss. Alright guys, so let me show you the builds here, right here. We have a perception set, just try to get the stats. We have 61,000 HP, 4,200 defense on Helicat. I did put critical rate and some critical damage. This was the speed that I had, counting in Elva's increased speed, her aura, and Ruella's meter fill. This was the speed needed to place block damage at the right time. Of course, you need 475 accuracy for the boss if you want to land the Brimstone. Here are the Masteries, guys, and Masteries, I just have the standard clan boss team. I didn't change my Masteries at all. And here's the left side of the Masteries, guys. Let me move myself here. Yeah, so that was the Masteries for Helicat. And next up we have Elva. Now Elva, I have her in a PvP build, but well, the masters are PvP. These are stats for the boss. I focus a lot on survivability for her, so 95,000 HP, 4,000 defense, and 255 speed just to go after Helicat. Here's the masteries, and as you can see, these are PvP focused, and ignore the polymorph here. That's one before the polymorph nerf. And unfortunately they didn't give us a free Masteries reset, just a blessing reset at that point, so I haven't changed the Masteries back yet. Next up we have Artrack with the perception set, and he's my slowest champion at 209 speed, but it's still survivability with 85k HP and defense. Honestly, you could have switched him for a different decrease attack champion. I had Tyrell at one point, but Tyrell is just so consistent at placing decrease attack that the boss was transforming them, so I had an issue with that. But yeah, some defense, just enough, and 475 accuracy, of course, to land his burn. I didn't feel like he was doing much. If he had Brimstone, he would have been amazing. But other than that, it was just for he was just pretty much there for the decreased attack, pretty much. Next up, we have Ruella. These are the Masteries right here. Just standard Fire Knight Masteries. I'm not sure if I showed the stats for her. Let me see. Yeah, here's the stats right here. And 230 speed and 50k HP, 4300 defense, and some critical damage here. I didn't get the full 100% critical rate. But yeah, basically she's just here to tank the A1 from the boss, and I feel like 50,000 HP is on the lower side of the threshold that you want. I probably want 60,000 HP to kind of like survive with comfortably, but I don't have that good gear to have my other champions at 70,000 plus HP, especially Sion, who I'm gonna show here in a second. Alright guys, so here's Sion right here. These are his stats. He's 200 speed, kind of slow champion, and he's actually really hard to build with this for me, because he needs all that accuracy, and he's got very low base stats. So like the most I can get is 3,000 defense for him. I would have loved to have like 4,000 defense here, but I could just not get those stats. So, and a lot of the time he did die. Masteries, I didn't really get much from him, but these are the masteries that helped the most, in my opinion, against that boss. And this guy here, yeah, so I didn't really build too many stats. That's probably another reason why he was so squishy. And yeah guys, that was my team for this rotation. Hope he helps you guys out. The most important thing for the damage dealer was Helicath, and of course having a higher awakening champion, having that heal reduction. Sion has that block buffs, and I feel like that was affecting a lot of those transformations from the boss with this A3. So I would preferably have a heal reduction champion without that additional debuff. But the other options were too rares, and I would have had to level them up and whatnot, ascend them. So I figured I'd stick with Sion and just spin him like this time, but I do recommend a different heal reduction champion. Also, if you check one of my previous videos, I'm gonna link it in the comments. It's a video with all the champions that I think are good for this rotation, and you should consider like building out. There's some really good options here. I show some of them options there, and you know, if you want to give this a try, you might want to check that video out. Or if you have any questions about the team or need any help, you know, assembling teams or anything like that, you know, just drop me a comment, a like, subscribe to support the channel, guys. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I hope this helps you beat this boss. The gear is okay, right? And I've beat him twice, and the remnant summon hasn't been successful. I keep getting some lame epics, but you know, that's okay. Maybe one day we'll hit that mythical champion, right? Anyways guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.